Wickerman at Alton Towers recently set on fire and chaos amongst everyone in the queue ensued. Well, that's what the media told you, because actually a loose article flew off and hit the track and started smoking, and everyone just got told to leave the area. Either way, that happened quite a few days ago now, and the ride is still under maintenance, with some not so encouraging sightings being made around the ride area. But alongside this ongoing feud with feeding the flames, Alton Towers have started painting a beloved roller coaster. Finally, new concrete footings have been made somewhere else in the park, and I want to remind everyone about their brand new indoor roller coaster that's coming at some point in the future, because even I'm forgetting that it's happening now. But with the amount of work currently going on and the amount of different things happening, I thought it'd be best to make a separate Towers update video, because we have a heck of a lot to talk about, so watch till the end so you don't miss anything. And also, if you do go on to enjoy this video, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 80,000 subscribers, which is insane. Thank you so much for the support. And if you want to help towards that goal, it would be greatly appreciated. Alton Towers then, they're constantly making these updates, and it's really testing me, because I don't know how many more videos I can make on Towers updates. I feel like I'm doing them every week. I don't think there's ever been this many updates in a season at Alton Towers. But one thing you can notice when you are walking around the theme park, that they are in a bit of a transformation phase between the current summer season and preparing for Halloween. I reiterate from last video, you know how it's like 30 degrees outside? Let's enjoy that. Forget about Halloween for now. Well, no, that's not the case with Alton Towers, because they are well away with building stuff for Scarefest. Obviously, like I've talked about before, a potential new maze between Curse and Subterra has gone up and has now had two little opening doorways made into the side of it. Probably just entrances and exits to the maze, but who knows? You might go in and it'll be a pathway directly back to the main entrance so you can leave the park swiftly. And as we know, that maze is also being built, an exact clone of it, somewhere else in the park, which the clone that is going to be is technically also a clone of survival games at Thorpe Park, because it's the same structure. So technically this one elsewhere is a clone of a clone. But this was going to be where Darkest Depths was, and a nice little maze that was. Rest in peace, or ahoy me hearties, as a pirate would say. And a couple weeks back when I visited the park, all it was just a flattened area with some diggers, and that was really it. And actually, as soon as I just started talking about the construction, someone's just started drilling something outside. So if you can hear that, I'm actually living at Alton Towers. But that area had been flattened and nothing else was really happening with it. And the one near Curse was completely up already, ready to be filled in with whatever theming goes in there. But I was a bit worried on whether this would actually be opening for this Scarefest or not. Well, they have made some progress now, because they have added a concrete footing to that area, much like, again, the one near Curse, funnily enough. And that looks quite nice. Obviously, there's going to be some stairs or something to get up to there, I guess, or just a ramp up. But hopefully, that allows them to have that building placed down very soon, and they can start filling it for this Scarefest. They still have like 2 months until it starts, so I imagine they'd be able to fill it in time. If not, maybe the containers will just be theming for this year. Only time will tell. As for the other Halloween stuff at the park that seems to be in transformation mode, the dungeons, the sign is now gone on that. And other than that, there's not really much else going on. But I mean that in the sense of Scarefest, because there is so much else going on, including right next to the dungeons, actually. Project Horizon, the brand new indoor roller coaster being built in time for the 2026, 7 or 8 season. And that has purely just had planning permission granted and nothing else. By the photos we've seen, the area itself is quite flat already, so all they've got to do is move all of the just maintenance stuff out of the way. And at some point that will happen, and I'm so excited to see that go up, because all we're going to be able to see from the outside is the building. We're not going to be able to see anything else, which makes me really excited, and I pray nothing gets leaked. But we shall see. A new indoor roller coaster? Could it be themed to something really cool? They might theme it to David Williams, in which I will die. But sometime in the future, we will find out. But talking of themes of new rides, or I guess this one isn't new, a very beloved ride at the park, or coaster to be precise, has had its theme not updated or changed, but more so refreshed. And I don't know why I'm still hiding the ride that they've done this on, because it's literally in the title. The Smiler has had a massive refresh, and fingers crossed this will be ongoing throughout the rest of the season, because finally they are repainting and it's theming structures. Thank the Lord. If you missed it, last week in a video I spoke about the tape that had been spotted around the Marmalizer, and that tape, if you know painting I guess, sort of makes sure they can mask it correctly, and when they take the tape off there are clean edges for that paint. Yeah, tape creates neat lines for painting. I used to be a painter when I was 7 actually. I used to play Art Academy on my 3DS, top qualification that. But back then the tape meant that painting was going to start happening soon. And it has now started, because bright yellow paint has been spotted all around the Marmalizer legs, and as much as the tape isn't exactly off yet, so the lines are really jagged, it already looks so much more vibrant and refreshed, and I really hope they continue doing this over the entire ride. They refurbed the entirety of Nemesis in 2017. Please do the Smiler next. But that is the question, of course. Having jet washed the Smiler over the previous closed season and now painting it during the season, what is next for it? Will we see a full repaint of the coaster? Well, I have some interesting news for you, because Bianca Sammer, the divisional director of the park, did say in a talk recently that a full track repaint is definitely something they'd consider, and it's not off the cards. So I'm assuming if they have the budget to do it, they would easily take that decision and go and do it, which is really exciting because the Smiler is known to be quite run down now, and the fact that they're doing this jet washing, painting, and maybe eventually painting the whole ride, it's going to look amazing. Hopefully by next year. That might be getting my hopes up too much. I really hope so, because so far there have been a lot of positives for the Smiler going forward. And positives for that ride, another ride at the park isn't very positive at all, because as you may or may not know, Wickerman caught fire recently, and it hasn't reopened since. So as much as I did say in my This Past Week in Theme Parks episode on the Wickerman fire, which if you don't know about that series, check it out. As much as I did say that the ride should be open in the next couple days, I was wrong on that one, because at first we really thought the ride was on fire. There's one video of this smoke coming from the turnaround section of the ride. There was evacuation alarms and fire alarms going off, and it genuinely didn't look very good for Big Bob. But then of course Alton Towers released a statement pretty much saying that the smoking and the fire was actually related to a foreign object on the track, and that was what was smoking. And it's rumoured that the foreign object was a vape. Of all things. It potentially flew out of someone's pocket and then sat there, and then it got ran over, and the heat, it just blew up and the battery went, and that's what smoked. Just secure your loose articles, guys, or better off just bin the vape. So obviously that shows that the problem wasn't with the coaster, and that's why in that video I did say, oh, it'll be open tomorrow, maybe in a couple days at most. Well, what we didn't expect to happen is a mass amount of scaffolding that has appeared around that section of the turnaround, and a long period of closure for maintenance, because they've even stuck it on the app and website as well. That must mean that this did actually do something to the track, or they are trying to properly resolve the issue so that it doesn't happen again. And it is really sad, because it's obviously not even Alton Towers' fault that it happened, and now they've gone and lost that ride for a few days, if not longer, purely because a vape battery went. But it means they're having to do all this work on it, and staff having to be up there and sort of trying to treat the track, I guess. It's costing unnecessary money and everything, and it's just putting a delay to the Wickerman. Big sad. But obviously with my amazing prediction last time saying that it would be open the day after the fire, and it's still shut now, that begs the question, when will the Wickerman reopen to the public? When will it finally feed the flames from just its shoulders now, hopefully? Well, I genuinely couldn't tell you. Because if there wasn't scaffolding up, then I'd probably say it'd be open right now or tomorrow. But considering the scaffolding is there, it's gonna probably take a bit longer. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see them open it for the next couple days. Hopefully maybe by the weekend, maybe. But if not, then probably the start of next week. Or it might be shut for longer. I really hope that's not the case. In my series of This Past Week in Theme Parks, I will probably report on when it does reopen. So if you want to stay tuned for that, subscribe, so you know when the Wickerman opens. If you want to watch my top 200 roller coasters that I posted, click here. Yeah, I ranked 200 roller coasters. Some people said that I can't rank them all. Well, I did. And I'm an idiot for it.